Hi Taurus, this one's going to be for you. But first, I want to apologize for sloughing off on making videos. I'm not really good at making tarot videos or pulling tarot or reading tarot when it's not coming from the heart. Like if it's something I'm doing just to push and make content, I don't connect with it. I'm in a little bit of a fuzzy emotional space at the moment. This week has been intense since about this last weekend. So I felt called to do a reading tonight. I don't think it's going to be very long because my battery for this isn't very charged just yet. But all right. At the bottom of the deck, we have body movement. You're being asked to move your body. Sometimes when we are needing to move our bodies, it's because of stuck energy, which I feel like is quite relatable. You could feel the need to want to make moves towards something but not really know how to do it or where to step. Kind of confused on what comes next. Excuse me. And being as we're in such a period of time that is encouraging action, that can make it really difficult. Your body wants to move, you want to make moves, you feel ready to make moves, but it's just like, how, where, when? So I think right now you're just being asked to dance, go on walks, wiggle, or do some yoga. Whatever body movement means for you. Go to the gym if that's what you're into. I didn't mean for it to sound like that. That sounded funny. Okay. I would love to go to the gym. I wish that I could go to the gym. Okay, ignore all of that. I could go to the gym if that was something that I prioritized. Ignore me. Okay. Then we have Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck of the tarot I intend to use. Sometimes I see the Queen of Cups as looking inward. She's got this cup in her hand. There's a little fishy inside of the cup, and she's looking at it. Fish symbolize abundance. Cups represent our feelings, our creativity. She's looking very intently at that fish in the cup. Inner abundance. Underneath that is the Hierophant, the card for you. There's lots of threes in this Hierophant card. There's 33, 3, 3, 3 fingers are being held up. And then underneath that is the Seven of Cups. Confusion, illusion, not knowing which option to take. I think that's pretty fitting. Back to the gym thing. Finances are funny, or they have been for me for the last little while. And all I can think about is getting to a place where I have, like, the biggest reason that I want to become someone who runs their own business or maybe a content creator is to make money from home so I have time for a garden, and finances to maybe get my nails done at some point in my life. I have nubs, because there's no point in doing them up where I work. I want to feel girly. I want to feel girly. I want to buy dresses. And I've got lots of different things that I have to prioritize right now. But I've just been daydreaming about financial freedom lately and how I'm going to achieve that. Because it feels like I'm running into a brick wall every time I take a step forward. It seems like the only thing that doesn't feel like a brick wall half the time is doing tarot. Anyway, let's get into pulling your cards. Sorry for talking about myself so much. Happily ever after. New opportunity, inner child, miracle healing, dreams coming true. Laughter and honoring your true feelings. Ooh. New opportunity, miracle healing, and dreams coming true were all face down when they came out, and inner child, laughter, and honoring your true feelings were face up. I feel like focusing on your inner child, taking time to have fun and laugh, enjoy the small things, and honoring your true feelings. Carrying yourself with integrity around what it is that you want. And what I mean by that is no more selling yourself short. Be honest with yourself and carry it out in your actions. Follow through with what it is that you want through your actions, I was talking to someone this week about self-hatred comes from the actions that we take that lack integrity. And integrity can have to do with how we handle other people, other circumstances, but also in how we handle ourselves. Are we always people pleasing? Are we always, tucking away the things that we value for making somebody else happy? I think the cards that were face down are things that we aren't necessarily seeing right now. What could come about if we keep our focus on taking care of the inner child, finding reasons to laugh and be light, and honoring your true feelings, letting them flow however it is that they flow, and holding space for them. Hearing them. friend mention once that I needed to talk about myself a little bit more in my readings, like make them a little more personal, or make the readings more personable. I don't know how to word that, but I find myself feeling guilty if I talk about myself in these. So if you're watching this and you've gotten to this point, feel free to let me know if you like kind of meeting me on a more personal level. Yeah, okay. I found myself recently in a little bit of a teacher position lately. Like, yeah, I'm carrying out the regular actions of my own life, but I've had a couple people come in and they'll talk to me about something, and then that's when the spark comes in, is when I feel called to help somebody else this week. But I haven't been feeling it for tarot. We have 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. 5 of Cups. Tower. Page of Pentacles reversed. Excuse me. And the Magician. Kick up your heels. Yep. Perhaps a time for action is going to be coming up, coming in. Because with the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, you know, to me that signals a time of having gone inward or going to be going inward, and then after that comes a time for movement, action. I need to pause for a second. Give me one moment. Okay, I'm back. Page of Pentacles reversed speaks of something getting away of excuse my inability to talk, getting in the way of you manifesting a goal or making something happen, just kind of getting in your way. Honestly, it could be feelings, the feelings of stagnation, and there really isn't a whole lot you can do about that except, like the cards say, move your body, focus on nurturing your inner self, your inner child, finding things to laugh about and be light, and honoring your true feelings, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, going inward, and then being patient with yourself. I feel like a speed bump a little bit. Movement, and then the need for rest, and then movement, and the need for rest. 3 of Cups speaks of celebration or a coming together after perhaps feelings of loss and disappointment. This could be due to something that kind of crumbled down on you, something unexpected. Something that threw you off. And it's okay. You know, it's okay to have times like that. But I think the magician speaks of goal focus, or goal attainment focus, action, new beginnings. So perhaps after this bit of a speed bump, pulling off to the side for a little bit, you'll be taking action once again. Moving toward your happily ever after. Putting in the effort to create that for yourself. This period of time of blockage is going to pass. It's going to be okay. Alright, Taurus, I think we're going to leave that there. I'm feeling a bit distracted and out of it now towards the end of this. But I hope this helps in some way, gives you a little bit of hope that everything's going to be okay and you'll be up and moving again in no time. Just make sure that you focus on making yourself feel good in this time. Listening to that little boy or girl on the inside. Maybe doing something that the little person inside of you would really, really enjoy. Splash in a puddle or something. I don't know. But yeah, find some time for playfulness. Go with the flow of this period of time. I think there's an importance in being able to flow through these times. You can't really help, you know, those moments where the energy kind of comes to a lull. And when it speeds up, you don't have any control over that. The only thing that you can do is kind of roll with it. Be loose and free like water. Adapt to it. And yes, there's a need or a feel to take movement toward, take action, make moves toward your goal. But, you know, like the Page of Pentacles reversed here is saying, there's a little bit of something in the way at the moment, and it's okay to jog in place for a moment, is what I just heard. You know, stay active, but be okay with the fact that you're not taking like actual forward steps. It's just not the right time at the moment. You know, everything kind of, you know, they say healing moves in a spiral. But I think that energy works that way too. You know, you hit that slow kind of creep over the top. I was thinking of a roller coaster there now. But I noticed that myself. Like, 1 minute I'll be, or not 1 minute, but 2 weeks I'll be super duper energetic and ready to go, ready to make things happen, take action. And then I just hit like this week or so where it's just like, ugh. Okay, that's not jiving with me at all. So, yeah, be patient with yourself. A new opportunity is coming in, a new beginning per se, for taking action. Miracle healing. Things are working out behind the scenes. Like, this energy is going to pass, and you'll be taking steps toward your dreams, your happily ever after, in no time. All right, thank you very much. We'll see you in the next one.